Once upon a time, in the wooded heights overlooking Ribeauvillé, there lived two brothers, lords of the proud castles of Saint-Ulrich and Girsberg. They shared the same blood, yet their hearts, at times, beat to different rhythms. One day, the younger of the two fell hopelessly in love with a sweet and spirited young woman, the daughter of a simple minstrel. He wished to marry her, guided by the sincere stirrings of his heart. But his elder brother, carried away by the pride of noble lineage, fiercely opposed the union, deeming it unworthy. Words grew harsh, then sharper still, and suddenly, in a burst of anger, the elder raised his hand and struck his brother. The younger, wounded but dignified, answered only in a calm voice, "Let divine justice mend what pride has broken." No one knows whether the young man's love ever overcame the weight of convention, but time, that old weaver of peace, eventually reunited the brothers. They reconciled, and their bond seemed to grow stronger than ever. They resumed their old ritual. Each morning, the first to awaken would shoot an arrow into the other's shutter to wake him. A game between them, a gesture of affection. But one autumn morning, fate drew its bow. The younger, faithful to their habits, released his arrow, unaware that his brother, that very day, was just opening his shutter. The arrow pierced the elder's heart, and the divine justice once invoked was fulfilled in a tragic shiver. Maddened with grief, the younger fled into the forest and was never seen again. Yet every year, when October returned, a strange hunt carried by supernatural winds galloped through the mountains. It was a wild hunt, and people said the young lord's soul rode within it, restless and sorrowful. Many years later, an old minstrel, descendant of the young woman who had once stood at the heart of the quarrel, climbed to the sanctuary of Our Lady of Düssenbach. There, beneath the autumn-tinted trees, he played his violin and whispered a prayer. And at the very moment the last note faded into the air, the hunt came to a halt. In the stillness that followed, wanderers heard, carried by the mist, two voices calling to each other, soft and tender, as if, at last, the brothers had found one another again.